We've all been there. That moment when the weight of the world seems to rest squarely on your shoulders, and you wonder how you're supposed to keep going. It's a story that's all too familiar. Whether you're at home, at work, or somewhere in between, you're juggling work deadlines, kids' soccer practice, that leaky faucet that just won't quit, and honestly, just trying to remember if you even ate today. The to-do list never seems to end, and every time you cross something off, two more things pop up in its place. Your phone's blowing up with notifications, texts, emails, reminders, group chats. Your inbox is overflowing, and it feels like everyone needs a piece of you all at once. There's barely a moment to breathe, let alone think about what you need. Sound familiar? It's like you're drowning in a sea of demands, and there's no lifeguard on duty. Every direction you turn, there's another responsibility waiting for you. Another person asking for your time, your energy, your attention. I remember one time I was booked solid. Show after show, event after event, meeting after meeting. My calendar was so packed, I barely had time to catch my breath, let alone enjoy any of it. I was exhausted, but I kept saying yes. I thought that if I just pushed a little harder, I could make it all work. I convinced myself that I could handle it, that I could be everywhere and do everything for everyone. I thought I could handle it all, be everything to everyone. I wanted to be the reliable coworker, the supportive friend, the present parent, the person who never let anyone down. But the truth is, I was stretching myself thinner and thinner. But you know what? I crashed and burned. I was spent emotionally and physically. My energy was gone, my motivation had vanished, and I felt like I was failing at everything I was trying so hard to keep up with. That's when I realized something had to change. I needed to step back and really look at what I was doing to myself. I had to ask, was I living my life or just surviving it? I learned the hard way that constantly saying yes leads to burnout. It's not a badge of honor to be exhausted all the time. It's a warning sign that something's out of balance, and it's up to us to notice it before it's too late. We end up feeling resentful, exhausted, and like we're failing everyone, including ourselves. The more we try to do, the less we feel like we're actually accomplishing. It's a vicious cycle that leaves us feeling empty and unfulfilled. And that's not a good look for anyone. It's time to recognize that we can't do it all, and that's okay. The first step to changing the story is admitting that we need to take care of ourselves too. So what's the solution? Boundaries. Think of them as your personal life preservers in the ocean of responsibilities. They are the limits you set to protect your time, your energy, and your sanity. Boundaries aren't about being selfish, they're about self-preservation. They're about recognizing that you can't pour from an empty cup. You need time to recharge, to pursue your passions, and to just be. A simple example, how about no work emails after 7 p.m.? That means after 7 p.m., you're off the clock. You're present with your family, enjoying a hobby, or just relaxing. This boundary protects your evenings for yourself and those you care about. Now, how do we actually set these boundaries? First things first, we gotta figure out what matters most. What are your non-negotiables? Is it family dinner every night? Is it hitting the gym 3 times a week? Write those priorities down. These are your compass, guiding you towards a life that feels balanced and fulfilling. Once you know your priorities, you can start building your schedule and your life around them. Remember, this isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Life happens, things come up. But if you're clear on what truly matters, you'll be better equipped to navigate those choppy waters. Once you've charted your course, it's time to communicate your boundaries. This means being upfront and honest with your boss, your colleagues, your family, and even your friends. Let them know what you're working on and what your limits are. For example, you could say, I'm fully committed to this project, but after 6 p.m., I need to unplug and recharge so I can be fully present tomorrow. Remember, clarity is key. The more clearly you communicate your boundaries, the more likely they are to be respected. And, don't be afraid to have these conversations more than once. Now, this next part can be tricky, but it's absolutely essential, learning to say no. In our fast-paced world, it often feels like we're expected to say yes to everything, whether it's extra work, social invitations, or favors from friends and family. But setting boundaries is a crucial skill for maintaining your well-being and focus. It's a small word with a big impact. Saying no can feel intimidating at first, but it's one of the most powerful tools you have for protecting your time and energy. Every time you say no to something that doesn't serve your goals, you're making space for what truly matters. When you say no to things that don't align with your priorities, you're actually saying yes to yourself and to the people and activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. It's about making intentional choices, not just reacting to every request that comes your way. It's perfectly okay to decline that extra project, skip that social event, or turn down a request that you simply don't have the bandwidth for. Remember, your time is valuable, and you have every right to protect it. Saying no doesn't make you selfish or unhelpful. It means you're being honest about your limits. By respecting your own boundaries, you're also encouraging others to respect them too. It might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to always saying yes, but trust me, it gets easier with practice. The more you do it, the more confident you'll become in standing up for your needs. And here's a pro tip: keep it simple. You don't need to offer lengthy explanations or apologies. A brief, polite response is all that's needed. You don't need to over-explain or apologize for your decision. Being direct and kind is enough. People will usually appreciate your honesty and clarity. A simple, polite message like, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I'm unable to commit to that right now," will suffice. Remember, every time you say no to something that doesn't fit, you're saying yes to your own well-being and priorities. Now let's talk about the good stuff, the rewards of setting boundaries. Remember that feeling of being overwhelmed and exhausted? Boundaries help you kiss that feeling goodbye. Imagine this. It's 7:30 p.m. You've just finished dinner with your family, laughing and sharing stories. The phone's not ringing, your email's closed, and you're fully present in this moment. This is the power of boundaries. You'll have more time for yourself, your loved ones, and the things that bring you joy. You'll feel more energized, more focused, and more fulfilled. And that, my friends, is priceless. So are you ready to take control and create a life with more balance and joy? Imagine waking up each day feeling energized, knowing you have the power to shape your time and your priorities. It all starts with a single step, a conscious decision to put yourself and your well-being first, even in the midst of life's demands. I challenge you, starting this week, to set one boundary, just one. It doesn't have to be big or complicated. The important thing is to begin. Boundaries are the building blocks of a balanced life, and every small step counts. It could be as simple as no screens after 9 p.m., giving yourself the gift of restful sleep and a peaceful mind. Or maybe you decide to leave work at work, shutting down your laptop and truly disconnecting in the evenings. Or perhaps you choose to make Sundays sacred, reserved just for family, friends, and the things that bring you joy. These moments of connection are what truly nourish us. Write your boundary down, communicate it to those around you, and commit to honoring it. Let your loved ones and colleagues know what you need, and invite them to support you. When you make your intentions clear, you set yourself up for success. You might be surprised by how much of a difference this one small change can make. It's often the simplest shifts that have the biggest impact, creating ripples of positivity throughout your life. Remember, boundaries aren't walls. They're bridges to a better, more balanced life. They help you connect more deeply with others, while also honoring your own needs and values. They're the key to unlocking your full potential, both personally and professionally. When you protect your time and energy, you show up as your best self in every area of your life. So take the helm, set sail, and chart your course towards a brighter, more fulfilling future. Your journey to balance starts now. One boundary, one day, one choice at a time. The power is in your hands.